Welcome to day 10 of my cruise on board the Norwegian Getaway. Today is the second sea day in a row, and after today we have 3 more sea days. Today I'm going to take you along and show you everything that I do on a sea day. And it starts right here in my cabin, which is 100 square feet. I can almost touch both sides. So this is called a studio cabin, which is designed for one person because I'm cruising alone. And this is what you get in a studio cabin. If you ever want to know the exact position of the ship, you can go to your ship TV. This is where we are. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Our last stop was here. This is the Azores Islands, and before that we were in Lisbon, and our destination is New York City. Another cool thing you can see is the bridge camera. So this is what you'll see if you go to the front of the ship. Just ocean. The ship TV is actually very important, and not just for watching stuff. It's actually important to tell the time, which sounds crazy. As you can see from my watch, it's almost 10:10. But if I look at my TV, it's almost 9:10. And another place to see the correct time is on your phone. And the reason my watch and my phone time are wrong is because of this. We had a time change last night. It says, please turn your clocks back 1 hour tonight as we enter a new time zone. And because my phone or my watch are not connected to Wi-Fi, it didn't change automatically. So make sure you have the right time when you're on the ship. And if you ever want to know how rocky the ship is, just watch this. Closes by itself. Rocky today. So I am ready to go get some breakfast. One thing I always take to breakfast is the freestyle planner and a pen. I'll explain later. I'm heading up to deck 15. It's Halloween today, and I don't notice any Halloween decorations, so I hope they do something on board. I'm taking a detour to deck 17 this morning, just to show you this view. It's windy today, I'm hiding from the wind, I hope you can hear me, but look at this view of the Norwegian Getaway. Wow! When I said we're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, I wasn't lying. You can't see anything. You can't see anything for miles. Let's go down 1 deck to deck 15 to the pool deck, and you can really see how rocky the ship is. Welcome to the pool deck. We have hot tub, 2, 3, 4 hot tubs, and the pool is closed today, but you can just see the water moving around because the ship's rocking. Here's the slides are open. I did all of them a few days ago. You can see that these two, they're drop slides, so you just stand there and then the floor opens and then you go all the way around. It's so cool. So you have a few options for breakfast, but the buffet is the main option, so let's go to the Garden Cafe. I was just saying that I haven't seen anything for Halloween, but they do. It is busy this morning. And now it's time to plan your day. So this is where you need a pen. A highlighter is better, but I just have a pen. So this is the Freestyle Daily. This is the daily schedule. And this is everything that's happening today. There's a lot going on. So you look at the schedule, take your pen, and then you mark everything that you want to do for the day. So I've just marked all of the things that I want to do today, just so I don't forget. And the main attraction is the 9:45 show $1 Million Quartet. First activity is pumpkin carving in the atrium. Let's go to deck 6.
He's defined cheeks. Yeah, what's he doing now? Okay.
That was cool. I've only ever carved pumpkins once in my whole life, but we're gonna head to the theater right now. There's a memory seminar. I think it's something to help improve your memory, and it's from The Magician. The Magician did a show a few days ago.
There's so many things we do when we get older, and we're not exercising our mind. Everything I teach you today is...
Wow, that was actually surprisingly good. He taught us how to retrain your memory to, of course, remember more stuff, but he done it in a really interesting way. Like I said, that was a magician. He had a show a few days ago, a really good guy. So there's 3 main dining rooms on the ship. One is Savor, one is Taste, and then there's another one somewhere else. But they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner here, but I've only ever had dinner here, so I think I'm gonna have lunch. I usually have lunch in the buffet, but today we're gonna go to Taste. That was absolutely delicious. The portions were huge, so I'm full. But that's the amazing thing about cruises. You can have food whenever you want to. Still very windy, but this is the best weather we've had this whole cruise. Today is day 10, and I think the first week was raining every day. And look at it, it's beautiful. Pool is still closed. The water's very choppy, but hot tubs are open. There's a lot of people sitting outside, which is good because yeah, the first week nobody was outside, but it's so cool. I wonder why this pool is open and the other one's not. Maybe because it's smaller. But yeah, I did all of the slides the other day, so fun. I'm gonna say it quietly, but the good thing about being on a cruise with older people is they don't want to do the slides, so there's never any lines. I wonder how far my eyes can see. I also wonder how close is the closest shark. Could be right there. We're gonna head right to the back of the ship. There's something really cool. This area right at the back of the ship is called Spice H2O. It's the adults only area. And look at this view. It's adults only, but it's also a quiet area, so there's no music. There's also a huge arcade on the ship, but every single time I've been here, it's been completely empty because there's 4,000 guests on board and only 50 kids. So not many kids at all. So this cruise ends in New York City, and then the next cruise after my cruise, a crew member was telling me that there's going to be 4,000 guests, but 2,000 of them are going to be children. So it's going to be completely different from this cruise, because this cruise, the average age is like 60. Ice cream, there's more Halloween stuff going on in the atrium, deck 6. The kids club is right there. and it looks like they're decorated for Halloween. There's a lot of people dressed up. I'm surprised. We are gonna go play bingo. It's almost 3:30. I played bingo one of the first days of the cruise. I didn't win. I was 3 numbers away from $500, so we're gonna try our luck again today. I'm not too sure how many people play, but the day that I played before, there were so many people, but today, not many people. We're starting 20 minutes, so maybe more people will come, but more chance of winning.
Next ball coming out, look at the corners for your next one, B11, B11.
And I didn't win. That's okay, I was 2 numbers away. Oh no, the same lady won 2 games. It's 5 o'clock now, back in my cabin. Gonna relax for a little bit and change, get ready for tonight. Day 10, we are ready to go. Today's outfit, black shoes, red chinos, white t-shirt, and the green shirt. Let's go. On the itinerary for tonight, it's currently 7 p.m. So we have a haunted house, because today's Halloween. And then we have dinner at one of the dining rooms. And then the show tonight is called $1 Million Quartet. And I'm so excited to see this one. $1 Million Quartet is a smash hit Broadway musical inspired by the famed recording session that brought together rock and roll icons Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Cole Perkins. Because this is a special show, you actually need a reservation to see it. All the other shows you don't, like The Magician or The Jugglers or whatever, you don't need a reservation. But for this one and Burn the Floor, the other Broadway show, you need a reservation beforehand because it's a special show and it gets busy. There's 2 showings and the first one starts right now at 7 o'clock, but I got a reservation for the second one so I can have an early dinner, but it's time to go to the haunted house. I'm not actually sure what the situation with the haunted house is. If it's like a walkthrough thing, like take your own time, or if it's a show. Because in the schedule, there's like 4 different viewings of it. Like there's 4 different times it's scheduled. So I don't know if it's a show. We have 15 minutes before the haunted house begins. So let's see what music is going on in the atrium. Can you believe the ship has its own bowling alley? But let's go down to the haunted house.
It's like batches of 10 or 15.
Like I said, you get much to make it feel heavy.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that was surprisingly good. I did get scared a few times. That was really cool. This is Bliss Lounge. I've only been in here one time. It's cool.
Years gone by and still words don't come easily.
It's time for dinner. We had lunch at Taste, so we can have dinner at Savor. Taste, Savor. That dinner was delicious. It was prime rib of beef Delicious. Let's go to the comedy show.
.6% blood alcohol.
This cruise is so much fun, and now I'm so excited to watch the show. I'm gonna go to the theater right now. Show starts in 20 minutes. Let's go. What did I just watch? That was unbelievable. That was so amazing. If you ever go on a Norwegian ship and they have $1 Million Quartet, go to it. That was definitely by far the most fun I've had while I've been on this ship. That was so good. Oh my gosh. A few things did surprise me. One thing, it was over an hour and a half. Like the other shows have been like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, but it was like an hour and 40 minutes. Another thing that surprised me is there's a lot of talking. Like, it's a story, but most of the story is about the manager or the record producer. Like, there is a lot of singing, but not as much as I expected. But that was unbelievable. It was so good. Every single person in that show is amazing. But the guy that plays Elvis, oh my god, he is so good. He's actually the same singer that I saw in Burn the Floor. He's amazing. And just because I had so much fun at the show and I was so happy, I went to the casino for the first time, and that was the door. I went to the casino for the first time. I started with $200 and I left with $325. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was a day at sea on board the Norwegian Getaway. What do you think? If you've never done a cruise before, would you do a cruise? I hope that you enjoyed it, but there's going to be so much more because today was day 10 and there's a few more sea days before we get to New York City. So if you want to see more, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. By the way, just before I go, if you've watched every single video so far from the cruise, I skipped yesterday. I didn't film anything. I just took a rest, so I skipped day 9.